Out of the 8,400,000 different species of living beings, there are 400,000 human species. Out of these, there are numerous lower forms of human life that are mostly uncivilized. The civilized human beings are those who follow regulative principles of social, political, and religious life. Human society all over the world is divided into 4 castes and 4 orders of life. The 4 castes are the intelligent caste, the martial caste, the productive caste, and the labor caste. These castes are classified in terms of one's work and qualification, and not by birth. Then again, there are 4 orders of life, namely the student life, the householder's life, the retired, and the devotional life. In the best interest of human society, there must be such divisions of life. Otherwise, no social institution can grow in a healthy state. And in each and every one of the above-mentioned divisions of life, the aim must be to please the supreme authority of the personality of Godhead. This institutional function of human society is known as the system of Varnashram Dharma, which is quite natural for civilized life. A civilization in which the people do not know how the devotee or guru, representative of Krishna, should be respected, how society should be formed, and how one should advance in Krishna consciousness. A society concerned only with manufacturing new cars and new skyscrapers every year, and then breaking them to pieces and making new ones, may be technologically advanced, but it is not a human civilization. A human civilization is advanced when its people follow the Varna Ashram system, the system of 4 orders of life. There must be ideal, first-class men to act as advisors, second-class men to act as administrators, third-class men to produce food and protect cows, and fourth-class men who obey the 3 higher classes of society. One who does not follow the standard system of society should be considered a 5th-class man. A civilized human being is not one who wears a costly coat and suit, travels in a fine car, lives in a lavish bungalow, or speaks in stylish English. Despite all one's education, scholarship, and wealth, one is still considered to be fallen if one does not follow the regulative principles of social, political, and religious life. Those who are socially and politically developed but who have no religious principles must be considered Naradhamas, or lowest among men. Nor is religion without God religion, because the purpose of following religious principles is to know the supreme truth and man's relation with Him. In the Gita, the personality of Godhead clearly states that there is no authority above Him and that He is the supreme truth. The civilized form of human life is meant for reviving man's lost consciousness of his eternal relation with the supreme truth. The personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who is all-powerful. Whoever loses this chance is classified as Naradhama. We get information from revealed scriptures that when the baby is in the mother's womb, an extremely uncomfortable situation, he prays to God for deliverance and promises to worship Him alone as soon as he gets out. To pray to God when he is in difficulty is a natural instinct in every living being, because he is eternally related with God. But after his deliverance, the child forgets the difficulties of birth and forgets his deliverer also, being influenced by Maya, the illusory energy. It is the duty of the guardians of children to revive the divine consciousness dormant in them. The 10 processes of reformatory ceremonies are enjoyed in the Manu Smriti, which is the guide to religious principles, and are meant for reviving God consciousness in the system of Varna Ashram. However, no process is strictly followed now in any part of the world, and therefore 99.9% of the population is Naradhama. The goal of Vedic society is to bring people closer to Krishna. Attachment to Krishna and attachment to matter are diametrically opposed. The more people are attracted to material life, the less they will be inclined to spiritual life, and vice versa. Therefore, the Varna Ashram system stresses progressive detachment from material enjoyment. This does not mean that people in Vedic society were deprived of enjoyment. They were restricted for their own benefit from the types of sense gratification that cause suffering and continuous bondage in the cycle of birth, old age, disease, and death. They were encouraged to enjoy in a more refined way, in accordance with religious principles. This type of pleasure is much more enjoyable and conducive to health and well-being, and it elevates one to higher consciousness and spiritual awareness, instead of degrading one to lower forms of life. The real purpose of Varna Ashram system is to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari. So people of different consciousness have been categorized according to their quality and activity, so that they may gradually become purified by performing their prescribed duties in a divine consciousness.